La Margarita, Pico de Gallo, Mariachi Bar, and Mi Familia at the Rim. What do these all have in common? They're the spawn of Mi Tierra and the Cortez family in San Antonio. Hi, welcome to my second part of Mi Tierra, A Lost Legacy. In my last episode, I talked about how Pedro Cortez pretty much monopolized Market Square in San Antonio to stop it from developers from taking over. At the same time that was happening, the Cortez family opened La Margarita right next to Mi Tierra in 1981. They're literally back to back. And in 1991, they opened Pico de Gallo across 35. Then they opened Mi Familia at the Rim in 2019. I'm going to pivot here a little bit. It doesn't surprise me. During my research, I've asked people who lived in San Antonio for a very long time, and they all kind of tell me the same thing. That the quality of the food at these restaurants started going down around, I would say, the mid-2000s to, mid-2010. So from around 2005 to 2015, they saw a really big drop in quality. And funny enough, around the same time, me and my family also noticed, hey, we're not getting the same food quality and the service isn't as good as we remembered it. It doesn't surprise me that I would say after 10 to 15 years of all these other restaurants opening, that quality across the board just went down. The Cortez family and the restaurants that they open have been a victim of their own success. For example, it turns out that Selena Quintanilla, our Tejana queen, it turns out one of her favorite restaurants was Mi Tierra. I'm not even kidding. They had a whole mural of her, I think it's still there, of Selena Quintanilla. And for a while there, the restaurant went, oh, well, Selena Quintanilla, this is her favorite restaurant. They really cashed in on the fact that that was Selena Quintanilla's favorite restaurant, right? This happens a lot with restaurants that become really popular, is that they become lazy and they become complicit. Because what was working for them for a very long time, they kind of just kept running that train, they failed to innovate. They failed to keep the quality up because everyone in town just loves Mi Tierra because Selena Quintanilla loves it. The tourist loves it. Point blank, they got lazy. And that's when a lot of locals just stopped going to Mi Tierra. I haven't been to Mi Tierra voluntarily since 2005? Now let's go back to those other restaurants I mentioned. I've been to each and every single one of those restaurants. Not one thing is different from one another. They literally just said copy and paste, change the name to something fun and Mexican, right? They use the same ingredients, they use the same menu. From a business standpoint, I guess it makes sense. I guess for business purposes, it made sense. But for longevity purposes, it doesn't. You see, they couldn't pull that in a state like New York. The reason why they were able to do that successfully, just put the same restaurant in each fucking corner of the city, the reason they were so successful in doing that is because San Antonio is a very homogenous, right? But they can't pull that shit anywhere else. And the reason why they've been dying in popularity lately is because people are tired. We're tired of the same old thing. You haven't switched up your menu, since you opened in the 40s? It's lazy. They don't care about the food or preserving its culture, okay? That's not what they care about. All they care about is making money. They really depend on the revolving door of just ignorant tourists who don't know any better. But San Antonio natives, we've grown tired of it. We see it for what it is. And it's a cash grab. That's what it's become. They basically franchised Mi Tierra. They just changed the name and kept everything the same. Each restaurant has the same old dusty, dirty piñatas, and they're still charging you an arm and a leg for it. To see it from where it's gone to where it is now, I'm just really deeply disappointed in the Cortez family. In part 3 of this series, I'm going to dive into where I feel like they're going to go next, and I'm going to go into the Cortez family a little bit deeper. Follow for more.